Let's start this video by me willingly stating and almost putting out there as like an advisory. I love how you can probably see Theo like begging Peen for some food. I look horrible and I know this, so I don't need it to be commented down below. I really don't need it to be like talked about. I know that I look bad and like it's just not gonna change throughout the video. I had this whole elaborate plan where I was like, I'm gonna get ready for this video and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna talk to them. I was gonna do like all this stuff, and in reality it's like I miss my old videos where I could just sit and it didn't matter what I looked like and I would just tell the story to my camera or, you know, talk about my life, and it wasn't that big of a deal to me how I looked necessarily on camera. And I love those sorts of videos. I think those are the most relatable videos because people don't always look super glam. Like at the end of the day, I'm sitting in my own house talking to a camera, so it doesn't really matter how good I look at the time. Like I'm not gonna do shit after this, you know? So I don't know why I really decided to expound upon that, but I did. So this is how I look, and if you are that horrified by it, click off. As you can see by the title of this video, this is going to be kind of like a life update and a story time. I have not made a new video in like almost 2 months, and a lot of people have asked me like, when's the next video coming? Where are your videos? You used to be so on like your videos. I think I do owe you guys kind of like a reason and an explanation, just because I really like love my channel. I feel like I like kind of started out the gate really hot and heavy, and people really liked my videos. You see this? It says boss lady. It's so cute. We can start the life update and then we'll get into kind of a story time. This video is gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna try to edit this video as little as I can, just so that a little bit more true to style. Like, I love making my videos, and there's a time and a place I think for them to be like super funny and edited, and then I think there's a time where like I do just want to sit down and like talk to you guys and it be less of a like funny edited video. I took a job doing marketing. It was my first kind of like big girl job, if you will, where I wasn't working in my restaurant job as much. As you guys know, I work in a restaurant mostly as well. So it was kind of a big leap for me, and I think anybody that's, you know, kind of at that yield in their life where you have to decide like experience over having money, like for oftentimes it's like any of you guys that have just graduated or like are about to graduate, you're gonna be in like the same predicament of like, I make really good money here doing what I, you know, do. Working in a restaurant is good money, especially the one that I work in, but eventually you get to a place where you have to decide like, I need to take kind of a pay cut for experience and to work at something that I love and to start kind of my like one of my future careers. So that's kind of the place that I was in, and through that I was able to start my own business doing brand management and, you know, gain a client doing that and really hone in on like what my there's like a there's like a little floaty. Hone in on like what my client wanted to do. We'll talk. I'm gonna do a separate video on that and like starting your business, and if you want something like that, please leave a comment down below and let me know that like, yes, we do want that video, because that is a whole other like beast on its own, is starting your own business and keeping it afloat and keeping it afloat and blah, blah, blah. So technically at the time when I started, I had 3 jobs. I was still working in the restaurant. I was doing marketing now for a home staging business, and then I also started my own business. So it was just a lot to handle as one person, to kind of split your time and energy 3 separate ways. I love making my YouTube videos, and I've always just wanted to monetize them, not to necessarily like live my life off of strictly YouTube. I don't think that I, you know, in my wildest dreams would have ever thought that like YouTube would pay my bills or things like that. I just wanted to make money off of them because I genuinely enjoy making them. Like, this is fun to me to sit down in front of my camera, and it's similar to like sending out a group text, but you're all a part of the group text, you know? Like, I can update everybody at one time. Everyone can go watch a video or go hear the story or go see like a crazy shenanigan that I decided to do. And I think that because I started monetizing it for somebody else, I started to, you know, produce and put out their videos and their content. It kind of took away from what I wanted to do with my own channel, and I kind of decided to sacrifice my own channel for the money that I was making by having a client. And I think it just started to reach a why when we were rushing to get videos done, and we were, you know, not really had a content strategy, and I kind of became the content creator for them. And it's hard when it's not your style of content and it's not your channel to create content for somebody else's channel that still is authentic, or it still seems like that person. And I think I just reached a deep struggle in it. I didn't want to create content for somebody else. It is too hard, and it just was not in my wheelhouse. And I started to just really resent, you know, that contract and that obligation, because it was taking away from something I genuinely like to do. And it is no accord to like that client, nothing about, you know, that content that I didn't like. I still love that person I'm still friends with that person. You know, it has nothing to do with that person. It was just an inner struggle in me having to balance all three and still not being able to have my vice, which was, you know, you guys, and making videos for you guys, and like making videos for myself and learning to edit for myself and it being my content style. It just became really hard, you guys. Like I said, I think that anytime you want to monetize something that you love, or you want to monetize, you know, something that you enjoy doing, or a skill of yours, you just really have to think like, what will I sacrifice? Like, time is money at the end of the day, and if somebody else is willing to pay you to do kind of what you do now for somebody else, and you know, you kind of have to think like, is this worth it? Is this going to impede on like what I really love? And is this something that if I monetize, I'll be happy with the end result? I won't be resentful, or I don't know. I feel like you guys get where I'm going with that. I love my marketing job. It has so much opportunity and so much growth happening, especially this year. I knew that it was something that I wanted to like stick through and like, you know, remain in and remain really diligent about. But why? Theo, why? Come here. Where? Theo feels better now. That's kind of where I'm at with work. I'm still trying to figure out with my business, like almost like what the next branch is, what the next endeavor is, what's the next like project that we'll have. And I still am happy and like content to myself for like starting that business and for just going after it, because I know that it's something that I want in the future and like something that I really believe in. I think right now it's almost like where the next step is, but I think oftentimes people get lost in like figuring out what the next step is, and so they kind of like jump to whatever next opportunity comes. And I want to be really calculated and like decisive on what the next step I take with my business is. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what opportunities come my way and like how I can reframe and just restructure and open myself up to those, if you will. The next thing, I had a roommate at one point. She moved in, I think in like October was the time frame, or maybe even November. And then she kind of just was like, all right, I want to live by myself, like I'm gonna move out. And so that was a little bit stressful because she told me on like a Wednesday and moved out on like a Saturday. Yeah, so that was just kind of like surprising, but also another like big thing that I was like, okay, shit, so my rent's going back up. I'm, you know, gonna either live by myself or have another person move in. And quite frankly, I think if anybody, like if you know me, or if you have like lived by yourself and then ended up living with somebody else before, because I lived by myself for like a year and a half before she ever moved in, and then I decided to get a roommate because I took the marketing job, which was gonna be a big pay cut for me coming from like living by myself and like being able to. And now it's like the moving out of somebody else, and it's like, how quickly do I have to rush to get somebody else to move in, or like things like that. And I just don't like that. Like I don't like having my hand forced. I don't like feeling like I need to make a decision like right away. I just didn't want to feel forced. Like if, you know, like she's moving out, oh my god, I need to find somebody ASAP, even though my bills are going back up, and like, you know, obviously I'm juggling all these other things. It just kind of became an added stressor, and so that kind of just like hit me like a bag of bricks. And I'm not shading her for like wanting to live by herself, or like, you know, wanting to move out so quickly or whatever. I think everyone has their own reasons, and quite frankly, like I can't react, or, you know, I can't care about what other people's reasons are when I have to deal with how my reaction's gonna be. So like, she's already decided she's gonna do what she's gonna do. Like, it is what it is. Now I had to figure out like how I was gonna handle that. Oh shit, like now this is kind of happening too. And then kind of the climax of all this comes when about 2 weeks ago, I'm driving down the road. My friend is helping me move a couch in our work moving van. My friend, also my boss, slams into the back of my car at a dead stop. I'm dead stopped. He slams into my car. I slam into the car in front of me. That happens. My car is totaled. So I'm get a rental, go through all of that process of literally just like,
sorry, someone's walking past my window. I'm like, hi, it's me, your neighborhood YouTuber.
A week later, I'm in my rental car, literally driving to the dealership to go get another car. And a car T-bones my rental car. So it's just, it's a lot, guys. Like, do you ever have moments where you're like, holy shit, like, holy shit? And it's a lot of factors that like are not my fault. You know, it's not my fault that somebody, you know, total lost my car by slamming into the back of it. It's not my fault that my roommate wanted to move out to have her own space. It's not my fault that, you know, somebody else T-bones my fucking rental car, or, you know, that I'm not feeling inspired to make other people's YouTube videos. I think sometimes it's okay to say like, I'm not okay, like I'm not doing well right now, and genuinely mean it. Like I am so lucky to have a lot of friends that love me and care about me and will come to my aid and will talk to me when I want to, and will, you know, pick me up to bring me things, or, you know, ask me how I'm doing. But I think I genuinely always have been the friend that will check up on you, will bring you gifts throughout the day, will do anything that I can to make you feel better. And I think that there are times where like me being that friend all the time, people have to reciprocate that to you. And I think it's hard for me to allow people to help me. Guys, I can't. I know that it's hard for me to ask for help, but I just have to look at like the silver lining and the glass half full in this. Like, it just seemed very like, holy shit, 2020 is about to be horrible because of all the bad things happening like back to back to back. But there has to be a silver lining in it, you know, like there has to be some sort of positive. And I think if I can impart anything in this video, I don't want it to be like me complaining for 20 minutes or like, you know, me sitting down and just talking shit for 20 minutes. I want it to be more of like, you know, bad things will happen to everyone. I'm so lucky that having been in 2 accidents in literally 7 days apart, like one Thursday, one accident, another Thursday, the next accident, that I'm able to like walk away, that I don't have, you know, more than like a couple bruises and things like that on my body to like show for it. Like I have a minor concussion and like I'm, you know, obviously like a little bit sick. You can tell that I'm nasally, but like I still can walk and I still, you know, was conscious and nobody else that was in the car with me was hurt. And, you know, I still have a way to take care of it and people that can help me, you know, go get groceries and things like that, and a house to come home to and jobs that I still have. Like, there's so many blessings within that I have to really like remind myself of, because it's so easy to get bogged down on like, why is this happening to me? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. I just have been dealing with a lot, and I think that it's okay to say that. And although I don't want to like drag everyone's business through and like talk about kind of more personal things, I am going to make another story time video just about like guys and dating, because that's been a whole pickle and a half. But everybody needs like time to themselves, you know, and I think this kind of taught me to slow down and maybe take more time for me and less time for other people and less time making other people happy or making other people feel special. That's kind of a recap of where I've been. I didn't want to make this video super long. I didn't want to make this video super like cryy or sad or whatever. Like clearly I'm in my fucking pajamas just like telling you guys what the tea is. But yeah, so it's been a little bit rough and it's been a little bit long, and it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be for a while. I don't know when I'm going to get a new car. My car is totaled. So yeah, it's just been a lot, you guys. Like, it's just been a lot. I think it'll be fine. I think I'm gonna do like a He's Just Not Into You series, and every day and every like series will be like a video or something like that. I think that would be kind of fun. So comment down below if you think that that would be funny. If I did a story time series called He's Just Not That Into You, and it's just like different story times of my dating or, you know, escapades or whatever you call them. Comment that down below if that's something that you would like to see. Comment down below as well your like 2020 manifestations, or just like things in 2020 that you want to change, or if you're going through anything, like, you know, let me know, just so that I know that I'm not alone and we can do this together. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to this video through all of the random talking, and just like thank you for wanting to know and to keep up, and everybody that's commented on my Instagram, which I will insert right here. If you do not follow me, here it is. Follow it right here. And just send me like sweet DMs asking me where I was at, where the videos are at, how I'm doing. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Binge watch my videos if you haven't, and let me know which ones are your favorite. And I will see you guys in my next storytime video. Bye-bye.